Welcome back to Suncoast Fitness and Quantum Rehabilitation. A stretching sequence for you today that is based on chair movement. Sometimes getting down to the floor for our older population, I know, is something that just isn't doable. So let's take you through a stretching routine that allows you to do everything in a seated position, which means that you feel completely safe and supported. So let's begin with our hamstrings, please. So you are going to keep your left leg bent and slide your right leg long, a little bit like the hokey pokey. So in this position, keeping your spine lifted, and just left hand to thigh, right hand to thigh, right hand sliding down towards the shin, the ankle, maybe even accessing that foot. In this position, again, we're always coming back to our breathing. And I'll encourage you to breathe in through the nose, deep into your belly. And could you make your exhalation longer than your inhalation? In through the nose, deep into the belly, and allow your exhalation to be longer than your inhalation. Just taking two more. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more, please. Breathe in. Breathe out. Slowly rising. Use your hands for support. Use your core for support. And simply exchange your legs. So lengthening through the right, hands are on your thighs. Sliding left hand down to your shin, to your ankle, maybe accessing your toes. Lift and lengthen through your spine. Gently encourage the toe back. And re-establish the rhythm of your breathing. Breathing in through the nose. Deep into the belly, and allow your exhalation to be longer than your inhalation. So we have parasympathetic nervous system and a sympathetic nervous system. All of us are probably operating in our sympathetic nervous system at the moment, our fight, our flight. So the simple act of making your exhalation longer than your inhalation allows the body to move back into that parasympathetic nervous system. So creating just a sense of calm, a sense of being grounded. And Lord knows at the moment we need more of that. Just taking one more breath, please. We'll gently rise up out of that posture. And let's come with both feet grounded on the floor. You're going to do a heel-toe do-si-do. And taking your knees nice and wide, with your toes turned out, knees and toes are aligned. In this position, we're coming into our lower backs, and for some of us, we'll feel this in our inner thighs, in our adductors. So variation one, we will just support ourselves using our elbows. If you're feeling a stretch already, perfect. This is exactly where we need to be. If you feel like you need a little bit more, you start to slide your hands down towards your ankles. If you're feeling it, perfect. Stay right there. If you still feel like there's a little bit of room to work with, you're grounding fingertips or palms, and you're allowing your head to relax a little bit. So I'm hoping you feel just a really gentle stretch across your lower back, and maybe into your inner thighs as well. So it should just be very mild, very gentle. We never want to push to the point where we're feeling a really strong stretch. And you'll know you've gone too far if you find yourself holding your breath, or if you find yourself pulling faces, yeah? So we know immediately then we've gone too deep. Breathing in through the nose, deep into the belly. Long, slow exhalation. Just take one more. So from here, let's walk our way back up. So you might just prop yourself back up with your elbows resting. Variation one, we're coming into a rotational stretch for our spines. So rotation, flexion, extension, side bending, all movements that we really want to incorporate into our stretches. So placing your right elbow on your right thigh, left hand on your knee, just begin to take a gentle twist, looking over to your left, maybe even looking over your shoulder. If that's not feeling like enough for you, just revisit your ankle. So press down firmly with your left hand, pressing firmly with your right to give you support. And then guess what? We return the awareness to the breath. Using that guideline again of being able to breathe fully and deeply. And if we cannot, we're just asking a little too much of the body. Taking 2 more as you are, breathe in through the nose, deep into the belly. Long, slow exhalation through the nose. 1 more. Brilliant. Slowly ease your way back through the middle. Reset both elbows and just exchanging the sides. Grounding through your left elbow, grounding through your right hand. Create the rotation you're looking for. If you feel like you need more, sliding the hand down. Support yourself first before you move into rotation. We're using the hands, but we're also always using our core to provide that support, to provide the protection we need to safely perform these stretches. There is 1 deep breath coming in through the nose. And let's take 1 last one. So we have covered bending forward flexion, we've covered some rotation. As we ease ourselves up and out, let's move into a little bit of extension. What does that mean? Just back bending. So hands can stay on your knees, and you're just exaggerating the length of the front of the body. Don't think about bending backwards, think about opening through the front of the body. And then if your neck allows, open through the throat. Again, think about lengthening the front of the throat rather than tipping the head back. Looking up is something we rarely do anymore, especially with technology. And here's a bizarre fact for you. People are starting to grow horns, bony prominence at the back of their skull because of all the time we spend looking down these days. So I encourage you throughout your day to spend a moment really looking up, examining the stars, maybe examining the birds, taking 1 more deep breath into your back bend, and on the exhalation, release your chin and gently release your back. So moving into side flexion is just side bending. So I'm going to shimmy myself slightly to the right side of my chair, grounding into my left hand. Variation 1, we'll take the right hand behind the head. If there's any shoulder issues, this will be a better option for you. And think about just bending sideways towards your left, creating a C shape through your spine. Variation 1, we can leave this hand here behind the head. Variation 2, maybe it feels good to really open that arm. And everybody looking down to the floor, just a safer option for an X. Flood the breath in between your ribs on the right side of the torso. Taking 1 more breath, please. Beautiful, ease your way up. Let's pop that hand down onto your thigh. So bring that arm across the thigh, and then coming into 1 more rotational stretch. Option 1, left hand will support you. You're just turning to look sideways. Variation 2, if your shoulder will let you, reaching to the ceiling with your left hand. Your final variation here is to spin the thumb down and take that hand into the curve of the lower back. Once you arrive there, really exaggerate the lift of your left shoulder as you turn and rotate through the spine. Find your breath, find the connection to your core. Just take 1 more, please. Beautiful. Gently bring your eyes back to the front. Gently unwind your spine, and let's just move to second side. So a slight shift of the hips to the left side of your chair, grounding through your right hand. Pop your left hand behind your head for support. Find the length of your spine before you take that side bend. And if there's any shoulder symptoms, any shoulder pathology, just stay exactly as you are. If you feel like there's room to move further, we're exaggerating the length through the left arm, But everybody spinning the chin towards the floor just to be safe through the neck. The awareness moves into your left ribs, your left lung. Finding one more deep breath in and out. On your inhalation, return to the midline. On your exhalation, let's just ground that left arm across your thigh. Option 1, right hand to your right thigh, creating rotation through the spine. Variation 2, if your shoulder will let you, you're reaching skywards with that arm. And final variation, you flip your thumb, you bring it into the curve of your lower back. Bring the awareness to your right shoulder, draw the head of the humerus back, and creating the rotation to either look to this floor, to the side, or to the ceiling. Finding breath. Maintaining the length of your spine and maintaining the connection to your core. Full-time job, all of those things. One more full breath in and out. On your next inhalation, release your arm if you took that position and gently releasing out of that posture. So coming into our final 2 stretches, we'll bring both legs wide, and I'll need you to dangle slightly on the edge of your seat, so just be careful. Inner thighs are a place we house lots of tension, so please just find the right level for you. Your heels are grounded, your toes are uplifted. If you're already feeling stretched through the adductors, through the inner thighs, just stay as you are. Option 2, we start to play with the idea of moving forward a little bit or a lot. Just be very careful on your chair as you move into this one. Finding breath. Remembering to bend the knees as much as you need to find the right level for you. There's 3 deep breaths remaining. Last 2. Lucky last one. To rise out of this safely, just walk your hands up your thighs. Keep your right leg exactly as it is, and then please bend into your left knee. So opening still, grounding both hands to thighs. Spin your right shoulder towards your right foot, and then begin to slide towards that shin, towards that ankle. Roll the left shoulder up and open, and either looking forward or over that shoulder. Please feel free to reach to ceiling. Please feel free to bring that arm over top, just finding what feels best to your body in this moment. Last 2. One more, please. You're ready. Use your core, use your arms to help you up and out of that posture. And just exchanging the legs. So legs stay wide, grounding both hands, spin your left shoulder to aim for your left foot, and then sliding sideways until you start to feel either a gentle pull through your inner thigh, or you might feel it across the opposing side of your lower back. Your eye gaze can be to the big toe, to the front, or to ceiling. Right hand on thigh, right hand to ceiling, or easing your way over. Ooh. How deeply can we breathe? And just making sure, again, we're finding that fine line between challenging ourselves, but still remaining within our comfort zones. You have one more deep breath, please. Gently help yourselves up and out of that posture. And I'm just going to invite you to sit for a moment in stillness. So grounding through the soles of the feet, lengthening through the spine. Please feel free to use the back of your chair for support, but just close your eyes for a moment. Begin to bring the awareness back to your breathing. Breathing in through the nose, deep into the belly, and allowing the exhalation to be longer than the inhalation. we can use this form of breathing to really bring a sense of calm to our nervous system. And anytime you find yourself being swept up, being swept away, just come into one of these deep centering breaths. In through the nose, deep into the belly, allowing the exhalation to be longer than the inhalation. Let's just do 2 more together. Breathing in, pause, slowly breathing out. 1 more. Pause. With that feeling of energized tranquility remaining within the body, just allow the windows of your eyes to open. Thank you from everyone at Suncoast Fitness and Quantum Rehabilitation, and we look forward to sharing more with you soon.